Thank you so much for being here this morning. I'm Eva Coleman. I'm lifestyle and culture editor for Texas Metro News. I'm also the regional director for the National Association of Black Journalists. And Miss Tina, I will say that it was such an honor to have you at our NABJ convention where you sat on the AIDS
Oh
panel.
yeah.
And
Yes.
so many members are still talking about that. It was really an amazing time.
Oh,
And during that session, you actually were on a panel where you were talking about AIDS awareness,
right.
and you were talking about your nephew Johnny, and you said that you're an advocate for education. That's what I
Yes.
really took away from that. And so I wanted to ask, what's the determining factor for the organizations or events that you show up for to support, such as Viola's House?
Well, just that they have some really good cause, that it's giving back to the community and that there is a real need for it. And Viola's House, just the fact that they, again, I'm 69 years old, so I've encountered every kind of crisis there is, either in my family or with people that I've known. And I know how lonely and sad and scary it can be if you don't have a family support when you're going through, having a child. So this is a great, worthy cause, and I love to get involved when there is a great cause at hand.
All right. And what's, I guess, the biggest piece of advice that you can give, not just to young mothers with an unexpected pregnancy, but to any mother?
Well, any mother, to me, motherhood has been the best job, the best opportunity that I've had in my whole life. And, I made a commitment when I had a kid that, I might have screwed up a whole bunch of stuff, but I didn't want to screw up my kids. So I became very educated on what not to do. You don't, as a mother, no one's teaching you a class on how to be a mother. And so you have to do the research and talk to other mothers and try to get support, a support system, so that you don't make mistakes, the big mistakes, obvious mistakes. But I've always just prioritized my kids. They came first with me.
Okay, thank you so very much. Miss Hickman, I was looking over the information about your organization, and I noticed that you spoke about women that graduate from the program. What are those criteria, or what skills must be met for them to graduate from your program?
So our success stories all look different. There is no cookie cutter way to serve the moms in the maternity homes specifically. They all come in from different backgrounds. They have different needs. And so our case managers put different programming in place based on their needs. One of the biggest things is we serve moms age 18 to 24 that live in the maternity home, but 92% of them have not completed high school. And over 90% of them, when they enter our maternity home, have not had any type of maternal care during their pregnancy. And so we've really shifted a lot with assessing what's a success story. We take our successes as they go. We don't do like a one-stop graduation because we want them to keep evolving and growing. And I'm proud to say that we have 53 full-time employees, and over half of them are mothers that have come through our program. So we do a lot of workforce development. And as they come through our program and we hire them, some of them are now classroom teachers.
Well,
So we're able to see the steps and see the growth along the way. Two of our classroom teachers once lived in our maternity home. One of them lived there twice. So with two pregnancies, we got her first at 17 and now we're years out. And she is just still part of the Viola's House family and growing her career with us. So that's what success looks like for us at Viola's House.
okay, thank you. And what you're doing is amazing. But if you had to identify what sustainability looks like, meaning them able to sustain themselves and their child or children, what does that look
Mhm.
like to you all?
Sustainability looks like childcare, which is why we're opening a child care center. The biggest barriers that we see is childcare, sustained housing, We're opening more transitional housing. Extreme Home Makeover just stepped in to agree to do our big transitional house that we're opening. They're going to do that in 24. Sustainability looks like workforce development, skills training, certifications, continued education is the key as they grow, and continuing to be connected to community in the village, which is why we love Miss Tina, because she represents the village that's needed for young girls to come up and have a safe space.
Okay, well, I thank you both for your time with Texas Metro News. I appreciate you both. I know that you both will continue to shine brightly for these mothers that need it. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Eva.
you so much, Ms. Coleman.